Hello and welcome. This is Sandra Hart. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Hello and welcome. This is Sandra Hart. Thank you for being here today, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and thank you for stopping by to have a little chat with me today. Do you ever feel the way I feel? Sometimes I feel like every day is Groundhog Day. I wake up and it's the same thing over and over again. Well, I've had a really busy week. Of course, you know, over last weekend, my son and his wife were here, and it was so wonderful to go out with them and to be with family. And then my grandson, who is 31, popped by to see us. He's a flight attendant, so he flew down and spent several days with us. And it was so nice having family around, and it broke up the humdrum of what can be in life sometimes when you do the same thing every day and every day. I decided a couple of weeks ago that I was just going to get out of that humdrum and spice up my life a little bit, just with some small changes. I have been in this house for 20 years, and believe it or not, I have a very small powder room downstairs, and that powder room has not been painted. I left the same paint on when we moved in. And I was looking at it the other day, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to buy some paint, and I'm going to paint that bathroom and spice it up a little bit. And I was looking on Pinterest and in magazines to see, maybe to get some ideas of what to do with that bathroom. And somehow my mind is focused on dark, dramatic colors. And I painted the bathroom midnight blue. Now, it looks dark. It looks like it's black, but it's not black. It's just dark midnight blue. And it made me feel so good. It was just that simple change in my life. So when I use the powder room, I feel like I'm in an uplifting new space. I changed out the mirror because it was a mirror that I'd had here in another apartment. So it was a very cost-effective, just a can of paint in my labor. And I was able to spice up my environment a little bit. Sometimes just the smallest things that we can do in our lives makes it a little more joyful and breaks up the humdrum. And I continued on with that by doing my upstairs bathroom, just one wall, and I got some sticky wallpaper from Amazon. I put that on, and then I painted my bedroom. But somehow, as you can see, not my bedroom, but the guest room here, and it's just a change. Sometimes little changes with a bucket of paint and a little bit of creativity, you can switch up your life a little bit just by that one little thing. Don't think about your age. I quit thinking about my age a long time ago, and I just take it day by day, and my age is how I feel. And if I feel young, then I am young inside. And I've talked about this maybe a million times, but of course we all know by now that age is just a number, and we can't put ourselves in boxes and in the grandma box, in the mom box, in the old friend box. We just cannot put ourselves in those boxes. So we are what we eat, we are what we think, and that goes a long way. And I think it really is important, and we've talked about this a lot before, so I may be rambling and going on about things that I've talked about before, but never lose your curiosity. Be curious about everything. I know that when I'm reading a book, or when I'm doing something, and if it's about a subject that I'm not too update on, then I'll Google it and I'll get more in-depth information behind what I'm reading. I just want to always be curious about everything in my life. When we stop being curious, we dry up a little bit inside. And that is the truth. Curious about, like I said in my other video the other day, I am so curious about you. I am wondering how you live, and what you eat, and where you go, and what your lifestyle is about. And I wish I could just grow a pair of wings and fly all over the world and come in through your front door and sit and have a cup of coffee with you, because that's how I feel inside. I just have that curiosity and wonderment that I hope that I will never lose. The other day, I'm on Instagram. I'm Sandra Hart Official. If any of you are on Instagram and you want to join me, I'd love to have you there to be with me. But I had a young man the other day message me, and he is a dance major at Hunter in New York. And he asked me if he could use my voice in one of his dance routines. And I said, yes, of course, just let me see it. When you post it, give me the link and I'll be able to see it. But his name is Steven Zhang, and he is so, so talented and so very, very creative. And it's wonderful to know when you are young, if you find that passion and you really try to develop and you use your God-given talents to make other people happy and to give other people joy. For most of us, we really can't find our purpose right away. It has to be a treasure hunt. Maybe you're born with a passion and you know exactly what you want to do with your life, but most of us are not. And we find those passions and our purpose in life sometimes later on. But when you're young, it's so exciting to be able, right out of the gate, to be able to know what type of passions that you have. And indeed, when you have those, you do open up a whole new world and a whole new world of possibilities for you. And you know how important I think friendships are. Even if they're only friendships here on YouTube, it is so amazing how friendships can develop just on YouTube. Even though maybe we will never see one another, there is a deep friendship that can develop. I have developed friendships with some YouTube influencers here that I have never seen, but I feel such a kinship to them. The only one that I really have been able to meet, and that's Mary Ellen after 60. And several years ago, she and her husband, when I was in Nashville, came from their state, Illinois, and they drove, and we had a wonderful lunch and a wonderful time together. And it was so nice being able to see her one-on-one. I also have another dear friend who unfortunately is now not on YouTube yet, Natalie, the beauty diva. And I have such a feeling that I know her so, so well just by this platform, just by watching her and listening to her and being able to exchange emails and texts with her that I feel that I know her so well. You don't have to go out, even though it is nice to have those one-on-one friendships where you can meet and have coffee together. Don't ever let friendships go. Don't ever let a small grievance or disagreement spoil a friendship, because everything is work-outable. It's always possible to work out if the deep friendship is still there and really tight. There are so many things that we can do to open up a world of possibilities. Of course, I've always said, never stop learning, never stop living your dream, never think that you are too old to start a new venture. When I first came here on YouTube, most of the channels were people like me. They were sitting in their room or in the kitchen or somewhere in their house. They were just sitting and talking and sharing their knowledge, their love of makeup, their love of painting or cooking. It was all just so simple and so friendly. But now, if you notice, more and more, a lot of these YouTuber influencers, it has become a business for them. I'm not knocking them at all, because I understand if you want to make a business, this is a good place to be. But they have managers. They have people that edit. They have people that answer the comments. They have people who take their pictures. So it's a whole industry built on just having a YouTube channel. But then there's still people like me who just sit and talk, and they're a one-man band. You know, they do their own editing, they answer their own comments. And I think that if I couldn't answer my comments and if I couldn't read my comments, that would take the joy out of what I am doing here. It's always important to take action on whatever you want to do, your dreams, your travels, your ambitions. It's never too late. And if you take small steps, it can even be easier. You don't have to fly to Europe in one fell swoop, but you can travel locally. You can stay overnight at a hotel with your significant other or spouse, and it seems like that you have really gotten away somewhere. So no matter what your age, always remember there's a whole world of possibilities out there to be unlocked. And it doesn't matter when or where, but you can do it now, right now. So think about it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy to see each and every one of you. Please know that you are truly, truly loved and that you're never alone. And let us all pray for world peace. Take care, and I hope to see you soon in my next video.